Hi everybody. What's going on with CEO James' company? Does the Deep know that James was fired? In the peaceful countryside, where rice fields stretch to the horizon, there is a girl named Deep. She is simple and gentle, but carries within it a pure beauty like moonlight. Her life is associated with mornings in the fields, kite-flying afternoons on the vast fields, and nights sitting by the fire with grandma. But her heart does not belong to this land alone, but also belongs to a man in the luxurious capital. James is a brilliant CEO, hold a large business group. You have it all. Solid career, noble status, and a promising future. But in the middle of the bustling city, his heart turned to that girl in the countryside. Despite the huge gap in status and lifestyle, still loved Deep with all my heart. But he always wondered, how can Deep integrate into his world? How can she not be looked down upon when standing next to him? So James decided to hire a tutor to teach her manners, business knowledge, and foreign languages. He wants her to be confident, so that later I can enter the business world with you, full of harshness. Deep is used to a simple life, never thought about learning how to behave like a rich lady. When the tutor came to teach her, she was extremely confused. Lessons on how to use a fork, social communication, or even business terms that make her feel strange. Do I have to learn these things? Deep looked at James with eyes filled with suspicion. I just want you to be able to stand firm. No one can look down on me. James gently held her hand. Because she loves James, she accepts the challenge. But deep down she began to wonder, is James trying to change himself? If one day she is no longer the Deep of before, do you still love her? While Deep is trying to change, something terrible happened. James's corporation was embroiled in a serious scandal. An anonymous person planted false evidence. James is suspected of embezzling hundreds of millions of dollars. The board of directors does not need to know the truth. They only care about the company's reputation. Under terrible pressure, James was forced to step down as CEO. From a man at the pinnacle of fame, he fell into the abyss in the blink of an eye. Everything he built over the years fell apart. Friends shunned, colleagues turned their backs. From a successful businessman, he was left with nothing. James is desperate. I thought I would lose everything, including the Deep. But when returning to the poor countryside, he was surprised to see she was still waiting for him. One hesitation, she hugged him tightly. I have nothing left, Deep. James said painfully. I still have you. She smiled with determined eyes, even though she was moaning, until she had nothing left. Deep still did not leave him. She took care of him and helped him regain his spirits. Not only that, thanks to the knowledge she learned from her tutor, she found a loophole in the plot of James's murderer. She secretly investigated and searched for evidence. She finally found out the man behind it all is the vice president of the group, the one who always hated James. Deep is working hard in the vegetable garden. Dirty hands, but the face is full of satisfaction. Suddenly, the phone on the wooden table vibrated continuously. She was startled. Rarely did anyone call her so much. Just picked up the panic. Voice of a familiar person rang out. Purple Leaf. James had a big problem, and he was fired from the company. Her whole body froze, heart as if squeezed by an invisible hand. She couldn't believe her hands. What is impossible? How can it be like that? Her voice was lost, her hands clenched. The phone is a conspiracy. Someone harmed him now. The board of directors has kicked him out of the company. He lost everything. The phone in his hand almost fell to the ground. She was confused and in pain. My heart was pounding, like it was going to jump out of my chest. Think no more, she ran out into the street. Catch the earliest bus to the city. Lytudiep arrived in front of James' apartment. It's raining heavily now. She didn't bring an umbrella. But it didn't matter. She just wanted to see him. Right away the door opened and James was standing there. His eyes were empty, his face was pale. No longer has the proud and confident demeanor of a CEO. He looks like a completely different person. Tired, exhausted, and lost. Lytudiep said nothing, just walked over and hugged him tightly. I know, her voice choked. James smiled faintly, his eyes revealing resignation. I lost everything Lytudiep. I have nothing left to give you. She let go of him and looked him straight in the eye, his tears mixed with rain. James, I love you. Not because you are CEO or because you are rich. I love you for who you are. Her voice was stronger than ever. But James clenched his teeth and did not dare to look at her. Nothing but to you, said, I want you to be stronger. To stand by my side now. I want you like that too. What if there is no company? We can still start over. I will not let you fall. Tears fell down. I never thought when I was broke. This girl still stands strong by his side. Without hesitation in the cold rain. Two people hug each other tightly. No more need to say, as long as they have each other, they will overcome everything. After that rainy night, James decided he could no longer continue to sink into despair. Looking into deep, trusting eyes, I know I can't give up. The next day, Lytudiep woke up early, saw James sitting pensively at his desk. In front of him was a whiteboard with notes on it. What are you doing? She walked over and gently placed her hand on his shoulder. I am reviewing all relevant documents to the murder of him. Something is wrong. James frowned, his eyes as sharp as the days when he was CEO. Lytudiep smiled, his heart filled with admiration. The man she loved was slowly regaining his composure. All day, James and Lytudiep together searched through old data. Lytudiep is no longer the innocent girl of the past. Thanks to previous lessons, she understands how to analyze data, how to look for loopholes in financial contracts. And then they discovered a shocking truth. All transactions alleged to be embezzled all lead to a secret account, but that account does not belong to James. Here it is, look Game, the real embezzler is not you. Purple leaf hung up with bright eyes. The vice director used your name as a cover. James gritted his teeth and clenched his fists. Without hesitation, they collected all the evidence, and prepare a plan to turn the situation around. James and the secret leaf send all evidence to the largest shareholders of the corporation. The next day, an emergency meeting was held. The vice principal walked into the classroom. Triumphantly, he thought James had completely collapsed. But as soon as the big screen came on, irrefutable evidence, the whole classroom was silent. This is impossible. Traitor face pale. Do you want to deny anymore? I'll have traces. Don't forget that I have never been a pushover. James stood up, his voice calm but authoritative. Chairman of the board banged on the table. Police are on their way. James, we were wrong to doubt you. Do you want to go back to the CEO position? The whole classroom turned expectant eyes to James. But he was silent for a long time, then smiled. No. I found something more important than fame. Having said that, James took Lytudiep's hand. Before everyone's astonished eyes, James gave up the business world and chose to return to the countryside with Lytudiep. Together they opened a small farm. Live peaceful days. No more pressure or hypocrisy of the business world. One afternoon, James and the purple leaves sitting on the edge of the field. Watching the sunset, he held her hand and said gently, "I always thought I had to have everything to protect you, but you are the one who protected me. Thank you, Lytudiep." She leaned her head on his shoulder and smiled happily. Because true love doesn't need perfection, just sincerity. "I thought life was peaceful in the countryside. Will be the end for all storms." But fate has never been easy for James and Lytudiep. One morning, when James was checking the garden on the farm, his phone rang. On the other end of the line was an urgent voice. "Jame, you have to go back to the city now. Something very serious happened." James frowned. He has left the business world. "What else could it be about you?" "I don't care anymore," he replied coldly. But the person behind his murder has yet to be revealed. The vice president is just a pawn. If you don't come back, those loyal to you will be in danger. Groaned in silence. It turned out the real enemy was still in the dark. Looked at Lytudiep. She was also looking at him worriedly. "What do you think?" I asked. "I will go with you no matter what happens. We will face it together." Lytudiep holds his hand tightly. James squeezed her hand, his heart filled with gratitude. Back to city. James realized things were more complicated than he thought. A rival corporation was behind the whole plot. Take over his company at all costs. Those who were loyal to James forced out of the company or threatened. James could not stand by and watch. He began to look for ways to fight back. With the help of Lytudiep, I collect 10 documents. Evidence of shady dealings by rival corporations. During investigation, Lytudiep also discovered a shocking secret. The person behind it all is none other than James' biological father. James was speechless when he heard this truth. He never had a good relationship with his father. Powerful but cold man. He never acknowledged James, always considered him weak. Now it was he who wanted to ruin his career. James confronts father in a closed classroom. "Why did you do that?" James asked in a pained voice. "Because I am too weak. I gave up everything just for a woman. That makes me unworthy to continue this career." James clenched his fists, but Lytudiep put her hand on him and reminded him to calm down. So he told James to look straight at his father. "Because I have someone I love." The new child becomes stronger than ever. Not letting his father say more, James left the classroom. "I know. I don't need to prove anything to that man anymore." After exposing the whole conspiracy, James decided not to return as CEO. Instead, Lytudiep founded a new company where they can create a fair working environment, not full of intrigue and strife. The old corporation fell into crisis. James' company grew rapidly, thanks to the values you build in a sunset. When do people stand on the roof of the new company? Moaning looked at Lytudiep with eyes full of love. "Without you, I wouldn't be able to do this. So how do you intend to thank me?" She smiled mischievously. "By loving me forever." He hugged her. "Know that in the end, I found the most important thing in life." Please leave a comment.